Hello everybody. Hi everyone. Oyundi furuperani mashapa. Mananyana wa mubenda. Welcome back to my channel. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, a veteran in this channel, welcome back for yet another exciting episode of Risk Money and Insurance, alright? And so today, if you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button below and make sure to hit the notification bell so that every time when I post a new video, you will be notified. And this will be on a Thursday morning at 7 a.m. right? So I just want to firstly say thank you so much. Thank you so much. There were a lot of you that shared my last video where I was explaining how I increased my credit score from 4 to 644, and I got a lot of feedback. Hey, I got to interact with a lot of you. A lot of people were telling me their stories, which gave me an idea that I need to do this video, because there are a lot of people out there that are going through their most, and it's sort of like, this is what I don't like. I don't like the fact that we struggle in silence, you know, may it be in terms of our finances or in terms of abuse. We can't suffer in silence anymore. So I'm here today about to break another conversation, hey, on things that people don't talk about, things that no one tells you about. And I feel for the most part is because they're ashamed, because we want to keep our self-respect. We want people to, you know, continue to respect us the way they do. And so when we start talking about our weaknesses, a lot of people feel it's uncomfortable, and also they don't want to acknowledge that they once did something like that. And so I'm here to just unwrap everything. Let's unwrap everything, because the more we keep these things under wrap, the more other people are going to do the same thing. They're going to suffer from the same cause. And so today we are talking all things short-term loans that damaged a credit score of a good friend of mine. And later on in this video, she'll be joining us, and you guys will be part of that conversation where she'll be explaining what exactly happened and how did she find out and what is she doing about it, because honestly, it's tough. You remember on the video that I did last year, you know, on how to avoid January because it happens, I said that a credit score, you know, is permanent. You know, December spending is temporary. A credit score is permanent. And so there are a lot of things that most of us, especially people in university, do. Like, someone will take out a loan and not pay it back simply because they think they can get away with it. Someone may actually go to a store, may it be your, you know, Edgar's, may it be Sportsin, whichever store, take clothes on account and never, you know, pay them back, thinking they can get away with it. There are a lot of things that we do that we think we can get away with them, but what we don't know is, you know, your credit score, your credit record doesn't lie. So you might be thinking that you're getting away with it right now, but in actual fact, are you really getting away with it? So before I go on and talk about all the other things, you know, I just have one final tip that Noxie, a friend of mine, gave in the comment section, and she was like, if you're in varsity and you're also trying to increase your credit score, you can actually start selling Avon products. You know, it's not only Avon, there's Tupperware products as well. There are a lot of them. So you can start selling those things. And the way she explained it was that when you put in orders, it's like you take the stock on credit and then you pay it back and you keep the profit. So it's a good way for you to increase your credit score and also earn money on the side, because when you start working, especially on your first year of work, I did a video on that. I explained, like, it's a rough, you spend something like 20,000 upfront. This is before you even get your first salary. So it's important to save in varsity and also, you know, have money on the side for emergencies. And so we are going to be joined now by my friend Olivia, and we will be talking about what on earth happened. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys, hey Fulu, so good to be here and share my journey, my credit score journey, my credit chronicles. So good to share it on your channel. Thank you for having me. We have tried by all means to make this a live discussion, tried on Team Zoom, but we resort to this. So your first question is, what actually went down? I'm not gonna, you mentioned the name, but I'm not gonna mention any any names. So I think I was a student, I was in third year, and every time I go to the ATM, those days I used the ATM a lot. I think the app wasn't as big as it is now, and I didn't make a lot of online purchases. So I would use the ATM a lot. I would go and withdraw, I would go and deposit, so on and so forth. So I noticed, like, I put in my card and it would say like, okay, you qualify for a temp loan of, let's say, 1,000 Rand. And I was like, okay, whatever. No, I don't know what that is. And I think the worst part is, so let me start with saying I didn't know anything about credit scores, anything about credit bureaus, anything about, it's not something we learn in school, and it's not something like you discuss on the streets, you know, at that age. I think only once we start working and we want certain things and we start talking about such things. But as children, as kids, personally, I wasn't exposed to it, because the country where I'm from, where my parents are from, we buy everything cash. There's no such thing as like buying things on credit, whether it's houses, whether it's cars, whether it's clothes. Like, there's just nothing is put on credit. It's you pay, and you pay, not even lay by. So I didn't know there was any such thing. So okay, cool. I was never exposed to credit, you know. And even being in third year, I didn't know anything about like even clothing accounts. I would just see accounts, I didn't know what they were, like genuinely didn't know what they were. So I would see that and I was like, okay, whatever. And I'm not interested. Yes, I qualify, but I don't need it. And I think there was this one time where I didn't have money. And it's not like you don't have money, you're gonna starve. It's just like, I don't have money to, like, you know, to go out. I don't have money to you know, just chill, treat myself on like a Friday. So I'm like, oh, but didn't, you know, I think I saw something about like 1,000 Rand temp loan, you know, let's just go and try it out. And it wasn't even like, okay, I'm banking on that. Like, it's not like I know that I'm gonna get that money. It was let's go and see, you know, it's worth 1,000 Rand, it's worth it. And I got there and now it was 2,000 Rand. And I was like, 2,000 Rand, you know, for me, for free, you know. So I was like, okay, cool. Just clicked on it, and because it had already been like pre-approved, came out. I mean, it immediately went into my account. I was like, what? Girl, you know, I've got money in hand, like, you know, these people think they're smart. So it says, because it's temporary, you have to pay it in 30 days. That time I wasn't working or doing anything. But there was always just money in my account. I think that's how I got pre-approved. So they would also, at the end of 30 days, they would just take it out of your account. They would debit it from your account. So I was like, okay, I'll take it out. And then 30 days, I'll be the smart one. 30 days, I'll make sure there's no money in this account. So that's what happened. Took out 2,000, withdrew it, stopped using that account. Guys, I closed it. I didn't close it down. But I was like, I got 2,000 Rand. This institution is stupid. I got 2,000 Rand. I'm not going to pay them back. Like, you know, that was my idea of credit. Just run. Like, are they stupid? I'm not going to pay them back. So yeah, didn't pay them back. 2017, the whole of 2017, even opened another bank with a whole other institution, another account with another bank. And yeah, guys, that's how I got into debt. And that's how credit scores behind my back, because now I'm missing payments every 30 days, or they keep trying to like debit my account and it's never there. So I'm here breaching contracts, I'm here earning interest on a loan, I'm here like it's showing that 24 months this person is not paying off an account, you know. And that's 24 missed payments, and even more, because I think they tried more frequent than just every 30 days. They could have tried, like, in fact, it was just negative 2,000 plus interest. So yeah, that's how I got into debt. And I think my credit score, just when I finally 2 years later started working, and the first thing they tell you about, because I had signed this contract before I even got into this debt. So we were told, you know, guys, just make sure you're not blacklisted or anything. And that's when I'm like, oh shucks, you know. And I thought it was an induction, so I thought it was going to affect my job. So I asked my mom to pay it off quickly. But yeah, so that's how I got myself into a mess. I kind of answered it like a bit vaguely in the first video, but let me just solidify. So I found out my credit score. So I found out what a credit score was when I tried to apply for a credit card, because then they came and told all of us, it was like grads, and they said, okay guys, apply for credit cards. You know, they told us the benefits of having a credit card with where I'm working. And I was like, oh, okay, let's go, guys. You know, let's all go. And we all went to a bank and to one of the branches, and we're all lining up. And okay, everyone is, you know, getting their stuff approved. And I think I was about 5th in line. There was like 12 of us. And I went through, I'm like, yo, what's up? You know, like my credit card, and get my credit card. And this person's like, girl, yours is not being approved. And I'm like, everyone's was just approved now. I'm like, what's wrong? You know, I tried to, I didn't understand. I'm like, no, like, you don't qualify for credit card. I'm like, why? And then they tried to brush it off. You know, they tried to be kind. They don't want to embarrass you. Also, that time, it was like 3 p.m. in January, and there's like so many new employees in a branch trying to open accounts. So they were just like, no, probably because you don't have credit history, which I knew wasn't true. So that's when I went home. I'm like, nah, man, something's up, something's fishy. And I went to check credit scores. First, I checked on the app, and it says like, nah, girl, in the bank where I had defaulted, because that is the only bank account that they can pay my salary into. So I had to use it again. So on the app, it said like, okay, you are in the red, like you can't qualify for anything. So I went and looked at the factors, and it says like credit bureau. So I went check credit bureaus, South African credit bureaus. I checked, girl, it was poor. Like, I think having no credit history is even better than is way better than having such bad credit history, and indicating that you're a thief. You stole you're basically a thief. You stole money, stole 2,000, and didn't pay. You were running. You didn't pay back. And so I can't even remember how bad it was. It was like in the low 400s. I think you had a 4, and that's better than being in the low 400s, you know. And I was so shattered. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. This is why I didn't get a credit card. I didn't get approved for credit card. Sure. So anyways, I think the testimony out of all of that is it gave me first-hand experience, firstly in my family, so that I can pass it on to my siblings and be like, guys, actually, this is credit. It's actually so sad how we don't address credit in schools. We don't address credit in varsity. We just teach people all these things, and we don't actually address real life situations like credit and how to build that up. Like, these are one less, like it could take 40 minutes, but it could change someone's financial situation like forever. So firstly, I improved from like late 40s, and now I'm sitting like in the high 600s, in the low 400s, and I'm now sitting in the high 600s. And I kid you not, it took me 2 years to rebuild, to try and like, because now you're trying to remove 24 months of data. It's not going to happen over 1 month. It's not going to happen over 2 months. You kind of having to prove that that is not who I am this is who I am. And that's trying to prove that you're not a bad person, even though you show that you're a bad person for 24 months. It's probably going to take 24 months or more, 2 years or more. And so it took that to show that, okay, I'm actually good. I paid that back. I had to pay that debt back like very fast. From there, I took out like small things like paying for Wi-Fi, small accounts, and building from there, just to show that, okay, I'm able to pay on time. I'm able to pay my debit orders on time. Always making sure there's money for debit orders. Not taking out credit, not taking out things like clothing, not taking out impulsive things like things you don't need, Nje. If it's like clothing, if it's cell phones that you don't need immediately, rather buy it cash. Because with that credit score, you would rather, you know, be able to buy a car or be able to get a house at low interest rates. But anyways, that's a story for another day. What advice would I give people? The first thing is to not feel pressure. I think the reason why a lot of young people take out credit is because of pressure to live a certain lifestyle that we can't afford or that they can't afford. And we normally, or young people generally, don't have the money, enough money for the things that social media presents to us that says a young person should have. This is a kind of holiday, this is the kind of car, this is the kind of house, the kind of places you should be eating at. And that's the root of a lot of bad credit history, is not being content with what you have and wanting more. And the thing is, it's a trap, because the minute, especially as a working person, the minute you take out, especially short-term loans, you take out that loan and it's not generating something for you, you're taking it out to feed a lifestyle. Now, you're taking it and you're eating it. You are not just eating now, you're eating from next month's salary. And it's just a cycle. It's a cycle of poverty that is very hard to come out of. So my suggestion is, be very content with the lifestyle that you have, with, let's say, 70% of your salary, and have a mindset that you'll keep saving. Have a saving, investing lifestyle and mindset. And that way you won't feel the pressure. Like, if you don't need it, you won't go for it. Yeah, stay away from short terms, especially short terms, unless it's emergency and unless there's a solid plan for how you're going to pay it back. Don't take it out impulsively. You're going to die. You are going to die. And there's also a lot of credit courses on credit, courses on how to build your credit. A lot of information out there. Go out and read that. But bottom line, and one thing that I've seen is, it's pressure. The root of bad credit is pressure. So pressure to live a lifestyle that you can't afford, you know, discontentment. So deal with that first, and then you'll be fine.
We have come to the end of the video. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. See you in the next video. Mwah. Oh, bye.